So the first one is this grip here. So your three fingers, your middle finger, your ring finger, and your pinky are all going to be together on this part of the baseball. So if we have the horseshoe here, these three fingers are going to be together in between those seams. From there, I'm just going to create a circle like this with my index finger going over the seam. So you can see here, those three fingers are together. I'm inside this seam, inside that seam, and then that index is just hooking like so. Thumb is somewhere in here, wherever it's comfortable. This is comfortable for me, right around this position. And the cue that I've been giving guys is really simple. It's literally just throw it straight through the split. And what happens is when you have this grip and you throw it through the split, the index finger is going to slip off, and these three fingers here on the outside are going to kick the ball sideways and allow it to get that side spin with the bare part of the ball, so this part of the ball slightly tilted at us, giving us really good spin with the ability to get a lot of seam effects to get more drop on the pitch. So that's grip number one. Grip number two is very similar, it's just on a different part of the ball. So we'll go now where these tracks are. You're gonna split that with these two fingers, almost like a splitter, but you're gonna bring these three fingers once again together in between the seams. So I'm, if anything, I'm barely up against this seam here, but I'm not, necessarily on top of it. If I get on top of it, it's probably gonna cause me to cut this pitch a little bit. I wanna make sure that I'm staying on the inside of that seam, three fingers together, and then that index finger staying here. And then now for this one, the ring finger is going to circle over the seam like so. Thumb once again underneath the ball. So very similar grip. We're just on a different part of the baseball, different part of the two seams. That's going to allow us to still get a similar action on this pitch to where I'm able to throw this straight through the split. Index is going to slip, and now it comes off of these three fingers, creating the side spin on this pitch. A couple other things that are helpful for this is to not get it too deep in your hand, because if it's too deep, it's potentially going to get stuck and you're not going to get the spin that you want. You want to make sure that the ball can slip off of your fingertips. And another way that allows that to happen is to think less about this ring finger getting super deep and long, but rather being a little more shallow and thinking about hooking that seam or curling it back towards your hand. So it's more of a tighter circle with that index finger, like so. So it has more of that tighter circle. For me and some of the guys that I've worked with, it allows that to slip off a little bit easier. So now that the three fingers that are together can manipulate the pitch and allow it to create the spin that we want.